People have often asked me, what is the relation between stress and the use of Moducare? Now, stress is a normal process. It's your adrenal glands. These are two small little glands that sit above the kidneys. They secrete very important hormones. The one is your stress hormone that everybody knows about, cortisol. And the other, which tries to balance the cortisol, is called DHEA. It's quite a long word, so we abbreviate it as DHEA. So when we are chronically stressed, cortisol is an immunosuppressive hormone. So that is why we've developed the drug called cortisone. So it's a synthetic form of cortisol, and we give it to people to suppress the immune system. What we did is we looked at quite a severe stress event, namely in endurance athletes, where we know that during the actual event, while they're running the marathon or ultramarathon, that their cortisol level actually climbs. It increases over time. And very often, the moment they have finished the race, within 24 hours, they get extremely ill. And the reason for that is because the very high cortisol has led to a state of immune suppression, so they are very more open or infective with things like common colds, etc. So what we did is we actually looked at a group of ultramarathon, running a marathon here in Cape Town, where we gave half a placebo, a lookalike, and the other half we gave them Moducare capsules. And what we showed is at the end of the actual event, by looking at their blood levels, we showed that those individuals who had taken Moducare had less of those, cortisol was less, in other words, they were less suppressed, they had less inflammatory markers, interleukin-6, IL-1 beta, but most importantly is that they did not show that sudden drop in the inflammatory cells that normally goes hand in hand with an increased cortisol. So what happens is, as the cortisol is climbing, so they tend to show a very rapid increase in very inflammatory cells. But by taking the Moducare, we actually controlled that and prevented them going into that state of immune suppression post-event. So cortisol systematically leads to a state of immune suppression. Moducare combats that, or tries to balance so that we don't have that severe state of immune suppression after major stressors.